2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning, completely crazy YouTube pedal nerds. If you're watching this, you are definitely in for a treat because this is crazy, has no relationship to anything real or usable, but we're gonna do it anyway. So here's what's gonna happen. I've got this trusty Joyo PBB, I think that's what it's called, pedal board. I actually don't know what it's called. The pedal board. It's 60 or 59 or something by 30 long. So it's a mid-sized, I would call it mid-sized pedal board. It's a little bit heavier than the pedal train because it's not aluminum, it's metal. But it's sturdy as hell, and I highly doubt you could break this even if you drive over it with the car. So you could probably use it as a little car wrap. And if you build a board with it, you can put a looper on it, and depending on the size of the pedals, probably 6 to 8 of them. So this is a decent size, but I have a little bit more pedals than that. Right now I've been taking pictures of the whole Joyo pedal family, and they're all over the floor here. And we're talking about like 52 of them. Now of course, I'm gonna put other pedals on there too. So what I want to do is take this and 3 of its brothers and sisters and put them all together for one giant board, which would be 120 by 60. That's crazy. That's totally crazy. Who does that? I do. So, originally I wanted to use big ass screws to put them together. But this is metal and it would require serious drilling, also like, messing up the boards. But it's still a possibility because I want it to be very sturdy. So before I try this, you're gonna see me try to do this. I have these very heavy duty cable ties. I'm gonna try to do it with cable ties, which of course means somewhere in the middle, we're gonna have 1 or 2 spots where you can't put a pedal on it because of the tie, but it might be easier, faster, and we're gonna see if this holds. So, well, I guess I'm gonna unwrap them and try my thing. And if you have coffee, sit down and watch me do it. It isn't bad. You can definitely, move it around. There's a little bit of give, but that might not be bad. Might not have to do the whole thing with the screws. Question is, are the screws long enough anyway that I bought? No! So there goes that plan anyway. These screws are not even long enough, and I have a whole bunch of them now. That's great. So for now, I guess we'll have to stick with the cable. Okay, so we got those 2 boards. Now I kind of need something to put under there for now. We're gonna try a book. The Man Who Found the Missing Link. That's a great book. Nope, this is not gonna work. No. So I'm gonna have to get some screws after all and try to drill into these puppies. I guess I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, so okay, I'm back from the hardware store. Clearly the zip tie idea is not the most elegant one because it will take space on top of the boards and it's not very stable. In this way I can actually connect them, but this way it's just not gonna happen. So what I got myself is M8 by 70 screws, 50 of them. I don't need 50, but anyway. Hopefully a high enough quality, drill so that it actually survives drilling all these holes. I have some little feet, which hopefully can work in the back here to prop it up high enough. We'll see about that. I got 3 of those, 3 feet, and some cough drops because I'm coughing, which seriously they had at the hardware store, and some mothers. That's what it's called in German. What do you call them? Log nuts. Nuts. That's what nuts. You know. So now I'm gonna mark where I want those holes. Questions: do I need 2 or 3 on each side? I'm gonna start with 2 and see how stable it is. And I'm gonna go outside and do this, and you coming with me.
Your own children, perfect strangers, and now you left being in danger. I'm sorry, baby, it is breaking us in two. Keep me in there to forget that I left you. I'm back, baby, the fading out of you. Hold on to me and don't forget that I love you. Oh, baby, your time is coming now. Please don't, please don't, please don't
So these 2 are together. Just 2 screws, 1 here, 1 here. I didn't quite get it, because I did it kind of like guesstimating. As you can see, there's a slight, oopsie, there's a slight discrepancy right here in the height. But you know what, it's a pedal board. I'm not gonna look at every millimeter. So now I'm gonna do the next 2. So, board number 2 done. Now we gotta put them together, the complicated way.
Now I stand here, laid to rest. What's left of you is for the best. I will keep you in my heart until my own brain starts to run. Sorry, baby, it's breaking us in two. Keep me in there, don't forget that I love you. I'm back, baby, fading
Hello. So the monstrous Mega-Board has been built. It's quite heavy and not sure if you load this up with pedals it's something you actually want to carry around. But this isn't actually something to be used. It is just something stupid to do, which we're doing now. So, I managed to get them rather flat here. Here there's a little bump. So you might want to make sure that your pedals, if you're actually doing something like that, it depends. You might be able to put pedals here, but you might actually have to put some here and some here because there's a 3-4 millimeter gap. So now I want to see if these little feet aboard actually can prop this up in height. It has to be a little bit higher in the back. Oh. So I would pretty much do something like this. And technically, that's good. I put one in the middle too. So I bought 3. Which I don't really need, apparently, because it's more than stable enough. So how do I attach these? I don't know that yet. But if you actually put these under, this is a more than stable board to step on. Now you might want the one in the middle. I don't think it's going to break, but just to be safe. So the question is how we attach this, or if we just elongate the feet that are on here. I might actually just use this. Yeah, I might have to give up these 2 spots for the power supplies and put the feet under and actually just use double-sided tape. Because this is definitely the best spot for the feet. And in this case I might just need 2. Use some double-sided tape and we're good. And in that case you're actually also not really bending it in the middle. Yep, that will work. Where do I get double-sided tape from? I think my girlfriend has some at her house. I'm gonna go and steal it. Here we have Leslie's double-sided tape. She will never see it again.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, looks like the double-sided tape is only a temporary solution till I actually can fix those, for good. But as long as there's pressure on the board, they'll stick. So we'll stay with them for now.
Left forgotten, left for dead. Live every day without regrets. Can't remember, can't control.
So here we are now. This is the quadruple Joyo, actually they're called RD-B, pedal board with 4 slots for power supplies. Actually 2 of the ones in the back, they now have the feet under. But as you can see, it's a little bit wobbly, probably because of the floor as well. But that definitely can be fixed. But even if you push in the middle, there is not a lot of give, even though pretty much the whole thing is only on 4 spots. And there's quite a bit of space underneath, as you can see. So you would actually be able to store quite a bit of cabling under there, quite a bit of power supplies, and with that height, that's actually really neat. And it's 120 by 60. And yeah, that's what it is. Hello. So to quickly give you an idea of what this would look like, I'm gonna throw pedals on there. I'm not gonna wire it up. That I will do in a different video when I'm actually gonna, when I'm gonna be in the need of a board like this and demoing a looper and stuff like this. But seriously, I have actually a lot more shit to do for you guys than wiring up this major board now. But I'm gonna put it together to show you what it could look like. My idea is to actually do 2 8-channel loopers, PXL Pro, PXL Live. Could be others, could be the Octa Switch, could be many different loopers, but it's Joyo, so we're gonna stick with those loopers. And have one in front of the amp with 8 loops and one in the effect loop. So you would have to actually switch your drives, for example, and your other effects that are in the loop separately. So it wouldn't be one click, it would always be switching 2 presets. But still better than, trampling on 17 pedals. So let's see how I can populate it.
It's like an empty ball. Yeah, I'm sorry, baby, it's breaking lesson 2. Keep me in there, don't forget that I love you. Now thank you, baby, for fading out of you. Hold on to me, don't forget that I love you.
So just to roughly show you what this would look like. Again, no cabling, no nothing. And only Joyo pedals. Obviously, I wouldn't just put Joyo pedals on here, man. I love Joyo pedals, but you want a range of sounds and probably some, Strymon, some high-end stuff. But this is what this pedal board could look like. Right now, we have 2 8-channel loopers and 27 pedals, including the tuner, up there in the corner. 27 pedals with more than enough room for cabling and everything in between. As you can see, there's a lot of space in between. Usually my boards are packed solid and everything is as tight as it can be. On this board, I have 27 pedals with a lot of room. So what I might want to do if I build this for myself, above the looper here actually have my expression pedals, and I've got 3 expression pedals from Ernie Ball and my volume pedal, which will probably eat up all this space right here. So I might want this to be able to control my Strymon pedals. But other than that, we have a lot of pedals on here, 16 loops available, and of course of 27 pedals, some pedals will have to share a loop, but you could build yourself a clean sound with the future chorus, a clean sound with the analog chorus, and then a totally wobbly sound with the classic chorus if you wanted to. And have it all just pretty much these being presets, and you just, switch back and forth. With the price of these, you could leave them on a preset and never touch them, and just get 2. So there's from low gain to high gain. The new Metalhead is here, which is an amazing metal pedal, the little one. The new old school, very cool mid-gain drive, the Husky drive, which is another OCD. So this is one hell of a pedal board, and you could still, from where you're standing, get to the individual pedals if you needed to. But the whole idea with the loopers is, of course, that you don't have to do that. Now, how you move this, what stage you put this on, I don't know. Because if you're playing in a normal club, this is too big. Your bandmates will hate you and everyone will laugh at you. So this is let's say, it's a piece of art. Why did we do it? Seriously, why do it? Why build this? Why? Well, because we can. That's it. Do we need this? No. Do you need so many pedals? No. Do yourself a favor. Go on Google and type in pedalboard. Just pedalboard, and see what comes up. The size of some of the boards that come up is completely ridiculous. People build huge boards. And anything past a pedal train grande, I think that's what it's called, which is not this size, it's smaller. So I think 80 by 40, no, it's 105 by 40 or something like that. Anything past that is custom made anyway. You have to manufacture something custom. So if you want the pedal train style with the metal and the space in between, this is what you can do. Get 2 of the Joyo boards, very, very solid. Put them together and you've got a 120 by 30 Or be crazy and build yourself this puppy, okay? Because it's sweet. Come on, this is nice. So one of these days I'm gonna actually build this. Can you imagine the cabling that you need for this? If you use decent cables, and I use very good cables, you're gonna spend a good 600 euro on cables for this board. But you're just as crazy as I am, so you do that shit. So one of these days you're gonna see a video of this board actually being in action, wired up. But for now, cheers, crazy people.